Alright, I'm Podraza. I'm going to be introducing the notebooks first. First I have my business operations notebook. It has the scripts for the staff, startup process paperwork, patient exam forms, and ideas. And also, I have the research notebook, which has the pro chiropractic research articles and other health-related pro chiropractic articles. We're going to start the report of findings. I'm going to be the doctor first. How you doing, Steve? I'm Dr. Podraza. Thank you for coming in.
Yep.
We're going to discuss your report of findings first, okay?
Okay.
I notice your chief complaint is back pain, headaches, and lack of sleep. Is that correct?
Yes.
Notice your case history. It says you're a painter for the last 20 years.
Yes.
You were in a car accident last year. Did you ever get any help for that? Any treatment?
I went to our family doctor, had some x-rays taken, nothing really came of it, took some pain medication until, well, still taking the pain medication.
Okay. I'm glad you came here. It says that your diet is okay. You eat fast food twice a week.
Yep, well, twice a week.
All right. And you don't exercise due to work?
No time for it.
Okay. Notice through your physical exam that you had a loss of motion in your neck around the C3, C4 area.
Yep.
And you have a short right leg, and also some pain and tingling in your right shoulder.
Right.
All right. I brought the spine in here just to give you an idea of what we're working with. Your short right leg will be your right hip. It's gone posterior and inferior like so.
Okay.
Right? And your C3, C4 vertebra in your neck, around this area here,
Okay.
have gone to the left.
Okay.
That causes a vertebral subluxation complex, which compresses the nerve and you lose function. That would be causing some of these main complaints that you have here, the back pain, the tingling in the shoulder, the lack of sleep. And we can definitely help you with all those.
Okay.
Okay? So, right now I'm noticing you're at phase 2 misalignment and malfunction. That's okay, we can work with that. I'd like to see you in the office twice a week for the next 4 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to monitor your progress.
Okay.
Once care has begun, how long it will take is dependent on many variables: your age, your lifestyle, keeping your appointments, and other aspects that can affect the outcome.
Yep.
Fortunately, many of these are under your control.
Okay.
So you showing up for these appointments over the next month is really important for me being able to help you to the best of my ability.
Correct.
After the month, we'll do an evaluation. We'll see where you're at. Hopefully, you'll be done with stage 1, and we'll be able to just move you on to just basic health care, keeping your body in the right moving function.
Sounds great.
Okay? Cool.
Perfect.
All right, now we're going to switch roles.
Okay. So I'm Steve Wallin, and I'm going to be the doctor now. In front of me I have my business operations notebook. It's going to have my scripts for my staff, my startup processes, my patient exam forms and ideas for the practice. In addition, I have my research notebook, which is going to have some pro chiropractic articles and other health related articles that are pro chiropractic in nature as well. We're going to be talking about first office policy.
Okay.
So starting out, I'm going to go over office hours. We are Monday through Thursday practice from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Friday, we'll be open from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and again from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, we're open as well from 9 a.m. to 1 o'clock, and then we're closed after that. Sundays, we're also closed. However, if you have an emergency, we ask that you call the office and you'll be patched through, unless it's a life-threatening emergency, and then we request that you call 911 immediately, and we'll follow up with you thereafter. We have an appointment policy. You have an allotted scheduled amount of time, and that amount of time is either for you or another patient or whoever comes in, so that we ask that you keep that schedule to the best of your ability, as you expect us to keep it. You have a 24-hour kind of window of cancellation. If something comes up, we understand life happens, let us know so that we can take you off the schedule, fill it with somebody else that needs to be in that spot, and we'll reschedule you at a time that's convenient for both of us. Okay? If you just skip the appointment, don't call, nothing like that, we will be charging for the appointment because that was time lost that we could have been seeing another patient. Make sense? Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
We also ask that for the appointments that you're here 10 minutes early, this ensures that if we have any other paperwork we need you to fill out, or if something else happened and we need more information that way, that we have time to do it. It's not cutting into the time that's allotted to give you health care.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. One of the things that we ask is that there's no cell phones in the exam room. That's time for you and I to talk about what's happening, how's life, what we can do to tweak any care that we're doing, or if any new problems come up. So any distractions are both distracting to me and to you, and we kind of want to keep it as well versed and as free flowing as possible in there. Okay. If you happen to bring your child to the office, please make sure that there's appropriate care so that the kid isn't running around, that kind of thing. Yeah, remember there are people that are going to be in pain and not well in the clinic as well people, but we just want to make sure that we're giving a hospitable environment for everybody that's there. Okay. If you don't have care, they're welcome in the exam room. We just want to make sure that they're under control in there, and so that we can get done what we need to get done in there as well. Okay. We also do health talks once a month. These range from anything from just general diet to specific problems to kind of what's going on out there, kind of free-flowing questions, kind of form, anything like that as well. We give some really good information in there, and if it's not pertinent to what's going on in your life right now, it may be soon, something of that nature, or it might be to somebody else in your life that is important to you, and you can kind of share this with them. We do ask that you try to come twice a year to it. It's kind of an investment into your health as well, and it shows on both sides of it that we're working together to continue health once we get you to that point where you're at 100% health. Or
what if I wanted to come to more than?
You're more than welcome to come as often as you like.
Okay.
But we require that you go to 2.
Okay.
Just so that you're kind of staying up to date on things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Good. As far as treatment goes, you're going to hear me give you recommendations for treatment, and we both have a goal to get you well. We've established that, and we want to get you there in the most timely fashion possible so that we can then work on maintenance care, which is just maybe a once or twice a month kind of visit where we just do a checkup and we ensure that there are no subluxations, you're in proper alignment, and things are going well.
Yeah.
Okay? Those recommendations are important to follow so that you can get to that point in time. It's going to hinder the process if we give you several recommendations and they're not being followed. They could be anything from proper stretches to posture to diet to eliminating a certain action from your life for a certain amount of time, so that your body can heal, reduce inflammation, whatever. It could be something as simple as icing, okay? But it's very important that you follow these, so we want to make sure that you understand that you're going to put that commitment into it, just as we're going to put the commitment into it to make sure that you're healthy, okay, or to get you healthy as we can, okay? We're not going to talk about some of the financial obligations for it. We are a pay at the time of treatment practice, meaning that we're going to see you, we're going to treat you, and we come out and we take payment for the service that we rendered, okay? Adjustments are a $55 flat rate, okay? The first visit is $350. That will include history, time with the doctor, it'll include your first set of x-rays, and it'll include your first adjustment, okay? After that, if any further x-rays are needed, those will be on basically a needed basis. Okay. So if we just need a cervical x-ray, it'll be a charge for the cervical x-ray. Full spine, charge for the full spine. And the reason, something else might happen. You might get in a car accident, you might fall, something that we need to address, okay? If we need to take follow-up x-rays to the care that we're doing, that's going to be an out-of-pocket expense, okay? We try to limit that as much as possible. We only take x-rays when needed. It's not something we make a practice of doing.
So unless something happens or there's a reason for it?
There has to be a substantial reason to take an x-ray, okay? We don't want to expose you to x-ray more often than we have to and cost you more money than needed.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Now, we do work with your insurance company. We don't take insurance payments, but we will work with them, meaning that if you come in and you have insurance, which it says that you do, basically what we're going to do is we will submit the paperwork to your insurance company that they request so that you can be reimbursed for your care, minus your copay, okay? Yeah. Once we submit that paperwork, though, we are not an intermediate for the insurance company, okay? So we'll submit the paperwork needed to get you reimbursed, and it's your responsibility as the person being reimbursed to ensure that the insurance company does do that. So basically, that you've been seen 4 times, it's been submitted, and we'll give you proof of submission, so of the paperwork for it. And it'll be your responsibility if the payment doesn't come in for some reason, that you're in communication with that insurance company, okay? Be aware that, again, at a $55 adjustment, if your co-payment is $10, expect a check back for $45, not the $55, just so that you kind of have that in your idea. We take cash, credit, debit. We will take a personal check from you as well on that front, but we'll need proper identification. We know you are you, but we're going to need like driver's license numbers, that kind of thing, to ensure that everything goes through okay. Sure. At this point in time, that concludes basically our office policies and procedures and our financial aspect of it. Is any of that any kind of question to you? Does anything pop up in your head?
No, it sounds great.
Okay, sounds good. Well, if that's the case, then per the schedule, let's try and get you in tomorrow for an adjustment, and we'll get moving forward from there.
Cool. Great, thanks.
You're welcome.